Barcelona 7, Newcastle 2. And damn, what a game. What a game. And a completely different mood from the last time we played against Newcastle, because after that game, I didn't take the week we had into context. I was a bit upset, and I did say that I don't believe this team is good enough to win the Champions League. But after a performance like that, especially in the second half, it just shows that though we have our flaws defensively, when it comes to going forward, we're one of the better teams in Europe, if not the best in Europe. Respect to PSG and respect to Bayern, but going forward, we can score with the best of them. So we still got some things we need to clean up defensively, of course. 2 mistakes led to 2 goals, in my opinion, for Newcastle. Probably shouldn't even been that close. But at the end of the day, not only did we get the job done, but we looked really good doing it. So credit to the players, credit to Hansi Flick for getting them ready, especially in that second half where they took a lead and they didn't relax. And they poured the goals on Newcastle. And look, Newcastle at times, they were a bit unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I just don't think they were prepared to face a team with this much lethal force going forward, especially at Camp Nou. It's a bit different when you're playing against Barcelona, but you're in St. James's Park. Having Barcelona at home and you have to be on the road, 60+ thousand screaming. Yeah. Welcome to the La Liga hype. No, for real though, man. Like I'm happy though, man. It was a good result for Barcelona. And looking at the score now with Atletico and Tottenham, it looks like we're going to be getting Atletico Madrid. And they've already confirmed that the first game is going to be at Camp Nou, and that second leg is going to be at the Wanda Metropolitan. So that is going to be tricky, having to go there for that second leg, man. But I don't even want to get into that yet. Let me just focus on celebrating this win and advancing out of the round of 16, because everybody, I thought, played well, being honest. So let's get into the game itself, and then we're going to talk about the player ratings and all that. So the game, man, it was really crazy because it was like a basketball game, man. Like, if you want entertainment, you tune in to a Barcelona game. A lot of neutrals say that, a lot of our rivals say that. Even if they hate watching, they still enjoy themselves watching Barcelona, because 5 goals in the first half could have easily been 7, 8. And the fact that it was 7-2 final score, 9 goals scored in one game, bro, like, it's just nothing like it. But I liked how we started off in the game, man, because in the first 6 minutes, Barcelona didn't look all that impressive, if I'm being honest. I thought in the first few minutes, Newcastle came out there with a better start, the way I seen the game. But something that I've noticed he did a lot in this game, and I'm happy to see, Lamine Yamal was floating in the middle, and he created this first goal for Barcelona, where he received the ball in the middle, did a little body feint, did a half turn, and now he's up the pitch. And he plays the ball into Rafinha, who lets it go for Fermin, who then gives it back to Rafinha, and Rafinha tucks it in to put us up 1-0. And I'm like, perfect, great start. Here we go. Like, this is exactly the kind of start that we needed, because if this game would have went 60, 70, 80 minutes and it was 0-0, that would be advantage Newcastle. But for us to get a goal so early, I'm thinking, here we go. But in the 15th minute, what was it? What's his name? Lewis Hall and their left winger. I can't think of him right now. Hold on, let me go. I cannot think of his name right now. Barnes. There we go. Barnes and Hall did a link-up play. Ended up, I think, to me, it was only created because of the fact that Eric Garcia naively steps up to try to, I don't know what. He just abandoned being at right back, sprints up the field to try to win the ball back, but he was never going to get to it. And they were able to play a 1-2 and with Barnes and Hall. And Lewis Hall played a good ball over to Anthony Elanga, and he held his composure, and he was able to equalize that quick. And I'm just like, credit to Newcastle for staying on side and creating that goal, but that was given to them, in my opinion, because of an Eric Garcia mistake. And that's a part of the same thing I was just talking about last game against Sevilla, or just other games in general. You know, when watching Barcelona, there's moments where they can just switch off. And for me, Eric Garcia just kind of like just blacked out and decided, I'm just going to abandon my position, sprint towards the ball, even though I know I'm not going to get to it. Therefore, leaving my position open, and that's the side they attack down to get the equalizer. So that was annoying, but whatever. Joel Linton fouls is a few yards outside of the box. Rafinha's on the free kick. He chips the free kick. Great ball into the box, and very, very smart from Gerard Martin to not try to hit that from his position. At first, watching it, I thought like that was a mishit and we got a bit fortunate. But if you watch the replay, you've seen that it was very deliberate that Gerard Martin heads the ball over to Marc Bernal, and Marc Bernal calmly finishes. And his finishing for a CDM is pretty crazy, because when he gets in front of goal, you can tell that he scored a lot of goals in the academy coming up, because when he gets in front of goal, he's very calm, he's very composed. That wasn't a worldie that he scored, but he still had a defender there, and he had to beat the goalkeeper pretty close. So he had to make his mind up and place it correctly, and that's exactly what he did. And just like that, Barcelona go up 2-1. It was a bit of bad news because of Eric Garcia, though he made that mistake. I wouldn't want him coming out, especially for Ronald Araujo, if I'm being real, but it looked like for whatever's been bothering him lately, it's really starting to nag at him, and that's unfortunate because he's a very important player for us. They did say that not to worry too much about his injury, just a couple of weeks, but I hope for his sake he can get some rest over this international break. He can get himself back to being fully fit, because Eric Garcia is an important player for us. Though he made that mistake, players make mistakes, but we gotta have Eric Garcia on the field. So he got subbed out in the 21st minute, and a few minutes later, love Lamine Yamal dearly, but you cannot be doing back heels 7 yards away from the edge of your box, man. In your own final third, a few yards outside the box, you're trying to do a back heel to Pedri. You end up giving the ball away. Harvey Barnes plays a good ball across the box to Anthony Elanga, and now it's 2-2. And I was very upset because I'm like, the 2 goals that they got in my eyes were given to them. This is the switching off from Barcelona that concerns me when we will be playing against the better teams in Europe. You may be able to get away with Newcastle. May be able to do that. And I say that in 140 minutes out of 180, they were right there. And we seen that if it wasn't for a spurt that we had in that second half of this game, who knows how this would have turned out. But I'm just like, these moments where we switch off, Lamine Yamal, you can't do that there. You can't. When it works, but that's not a good habit you want to build. So, poor giveaway from Lamine Yamal. He knows it. He made up for it. Don't worry. But they took advantage of it to make it 2-2. Barcelona had 2 chances at the end of that first half to take the lead prior to getting a penalty rewarded in the 45th minute. You had Lamine Yamal, who skies it with his weak foot. And then a few minutes even before that, Lewandowski had a 1v1. And it gets blocked. And I'm like, in the past, Lewandowski would have did so much more than that, but he couldn't get it past the defender, so that shot got blocked, and Lamine Yamal skied it. But then right before half, some people may feel like Newcastle were done hard by getting this penalty call, but they're very fortunate that Trippier wasn't sent off, because Fermin Lopez plays a low cross in the box, and Rafinha is going to be the first one to get to it, but Trippier literally is gripping his arm and pulling him back, which slows him down. Some people think he may not be able to get to it, but we would never really know that for sure, because you can't deny the fact that Trippier had his hands on Rafinha's arms and he's tugging. That's not defending. That's a clear and blatant penalty. I thought it was the right call. I thought Rafinha was going to be taking a penalty, but he handed it over to Lamine Yamal. And again, like I said in the first leg, credit to Lamine Yamal for having the balls after just making the mistake he made to step up and be like, I want to take the penalty. Because imagine he made the mistake, but then he comes up and misses this penalty. At 18 years old, you can easily lose your confidence. And he's human. As great as he is, at 18 years old, you just made a mistake. I missed a penalty. I did all that in the first half. That can mess up anybody. So the fact that he went up there and he took the penalty and he buried it, it was pretty close. Ramsdale got a hand to it, but he took that with confidence. He was able to bury it. Barcelona got the 3-2 lead, and then if you know Barcelona by now, man, we get better in that second half, especially in the bigger game. So the avalanche started to happen in that second half because in the 51st minute, that ball that was played from Gerard Martin, we're going to get into the player performances because I thought he had a really good game today. That ball played from Gerard Martin into Rafinha, who was in the middle as like the striker role, but he comes back to receive it. Therefore, plays it first time to Fermin making that run. And Fermin Lopez had all the time in the world, and he calmly slots it past Ramsdale to make it 4-2, which is 5-3 on aggregate. Big goal for Barcelona. And then it was unfortunate a few minutes later that Tonali ended up getting injured. Barcelona won a corner. And on that corner, great ball in for Rafinha. And Lewandowski, who needed that goal for his confidence and just really for everybody. I think everybody benefits from Lewandowski feeling like a confident forward, like how he was last year, scoring goals when it matters. Now, we were up 4-2. The next goal would have been important because if they would have got a goal to make it 4-3, who knows how the game could have turned out. Barcelona could have been nervous at the end. But Lewandowski took advantage of some poor defending. There's 2 set-piece goals that Newcastle conceded, but nonetheless, Barcelona took advantage of both. And Robert Lewandowski, powerful header in the back post. Really, he was just able to win his header. Really, that wasn't that much powerful. But the fact that he was able to win his header to put us up 5-2, I thought that was a big moment for him. And what I thought at that moment was the tiebreaker. Like, to me, I thought, like, after that 5th goal from Barcelona that game, at that moment, I thought it was over. I didn't see Newcastle getting at least 3 goals without conceding any more to push this into extra time. And then in the 61st minute, this is a goal scored by Lewandowski, who got his brace. Again, a big moment for him. Great for his confidence. And great for Hansi Flick's confidence because he continues to go with Lewandowski in the go-to games, and he's starting to pay his dividends. So good for that. But I like the fact that in this case, in the 61st minute, when we got that goal, Lamine Yamal created yet another goal, this time centrally again. So I don't know if this is something that he's allowing just in the Champions League or what, but Lamine Yamal being able to float and play, especially when he's in the middle, it just opens the game up for him. He can still have a major impact on that right-hand side. We've seen it. But I think he can become even better when you give him the freedom to just kind of pop up out of nowhere. And that kind of hesitation dribble, and then he turns around and then he plays that pass into Lewandowski, and Lewandowski didn't even have to touch it. He just feints, then slots it home to put us up 6-2. At this point, it's a party. And then Barcelona get their 7th goal. It was a poor mistake. I don't forgot who it was. One of the Newcastle defenders just blatantly just tries to like switch play, and it goes directly to Rafinha, who calms it. He controls it with his left, slots it in with his right. Barcelona up 7-2, 8-3 on aggregate. And Barcelona had a chance to make it 8 goals. It was a great ball in at the end of the game that was played in from Pedri to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal seemed like he hesitated a bit, and the shot ended up getting saved. But I'm pretty sure if he had that back and that one he missed at the end of the first half before that penalty, he would have a hat trick today. But we'll take 7 in one game, and we'll make it 8-3 on aggregate. And I think that's the confidence boost that Barcelona needed. Now, it was unfortunate that at the very end of the game, Joan Garcia got hurt. my heart dropped because that immediately wiped the smile off my face. I don't care how many goals we scored, and the fact that we know that we're about to advance. If Joan Garcia is going to be hurt for a while, all this means nothing. But there are some early reports that saying it's not that serious. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. And mind you, international break is coming up. So I do think we can deal with a game or so without Joan Garcia. At least that's what I'm hoping. But yeah, man, let's get into the player performances, because I thought our forwards, really the team, to me, all in all, played really well. Lewandowski, again, he needed these 2 goals that he got today. He took those goals on really well. One from a set piece, and another one, he made the good run, a great run actually. And the ball was played in from Lamine Yamal, and the way that he took that goal just kind of shows that he's starting to get his juice back. He's starting to get his confidence back. So happy for Lewandowski, because at times, and I love him dearly, but at times he be looking beyond washed. And sometimes it can get so frustrating because he can't press like how he used to. He can't make those runs like how he used to. But if the team around him is floating and in rhythm like how they were today, he's going to find a way to be able to eat. And he definitely did that today. So I want to give him my flowers to Lewandowski, because his 2 goals were at the, like when he got them, it seemed like Barcelona did enough to advance. But the goals that he got, we know is going to pay dividends, because it's only going to give him more confidence. As our strikers right now desperately need some confidence. So dope for Lewandowski to get his 2 goals. Lamine Yamal, I thought he had a really good game. He made a terrible mistake. He knows it. He made a terrible mistake in that first half, trying to do a back heel right outside his box, and they end up scoring on it. And but it's just the fact that I love about this kid, man. It's the fact that he was like, you know what? I made that mistake, but I don't care. I want to take this penalty. Because like I was saying earlier in the video, if you make that mistake to then have them score a goal, and now it's 2-2, and it's like, damn, I messed up. I tried to do a back heel pass, they ended up intercepting it and scoring off of it. And you have the balls to go up there and take the penalty. But if you go up there and miss that, what a first half. I don't care who you are, you're still human, and you're only 18. So if you got an error that leads to a goal and then you got a missed penalty, who knows what that would have done to his confidence. But the fact that he took that, Rafinha looked at him and was like, you want it? He was like, hell yeah, no hesitation. Like, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And he took it with confidence, put enough power behind it. Ramsdale dove the right way, almost saved it. But at the end of the day, he didn't. And he got his goal. And the one thing I want to highlight specifically with Lamine Yamal's performance and what I noticed, he created 2 goals today from the central position. And I don't know if this is something we're just doing in the Champions League, or if this is something new that we're going to be seeing more often. But I think we as a club would benefit if Lamine Yamal has the freedom to float. He can make an impact on the right wing. We know that. But if he's allowed to receive the ball at the 10 and turn around and beat his man, and then turn around and now we got options and we got runners, we need to be doing that more often. And if he can handle a team like Newcastle and their defenders and the size and strength that they have, if he can receive that in the middle, turn around and create plays like that, then he should be able to do that against anybody. So hopefully we get more of that. But I thought that was a really, really good game for Lamine Yamal, getting his goal and an assist. Rafinha, my captain, you already know how it is, man. I thought he had a really, really, really good game. 2 goals, 2 assists. He got the first goal. He got the last goal. He got 2 assists, and he created another one from the free kick spot. You can argue this is really a 10 out of 10 performance. This is my man of the match. And it's really nice to see not only Lewandowski, but Rafinha starting to pick their form up, because we rely on them too heavily. The success we had last season came from the fact that Lamine Yamal was doing what he was doing, but Lewandowski was scoring 40-plus goals, and Rafinha had the crazy season that he had. Can't believe he finished 5th in the Ballon d'Or, but I'm not going to get on that right now. It's just the fact that we need these type of performances from our front 3, and I thought Rafinha had a hell of a game. He got the first goal, got the last goal, created 3 goals, got 2 assists, still pressing like normal, being a leader like how we need. He created another goal by drawing a penalty. So, like, man, I mean, he was everything for us. And after the game he had against Sevilla, getting a hat trick, and then coming into this game, he is in peak form right now. It's a bit unfortunate that we're going into international break. Hopefully he don't cool off or anything happens when he's with Brazil. But we can use this version of Rafinha because I think that's going to help us moving forward in the Champions League. Really good performance from him. And yeah, man, like I said, with this, everybody played well. I thought Marc Bernal, he took his goal well. Fermi Lopez, he was being a runner. I thought he had a really good game today. Pedri was kind of quiet, but you know what? He's Pedri, man. You know, he usually is carrying this team all the time. It's okay. I like the fact that we can score 7 goals, win the game comfortably, and we really didn't even notice Pedri was out there. So I'm not going to be hard on Pedri for that. Kobarsi, our center backs was really well. I thought Gerard Martin, I do want to talk about him. I like the fact that, you know what? A few of those goals, man, that was created because Gerard Martin not only got his assist, but the what was that? The 6th goal we scored? No, it was the first goal we scored in the second half, where he's on the ball, he's scanning the field, and then he pushes up a little bit, and he plays it into Rafinha, who Rafinha then lays it off to Fermin, and Fermin is in one-on-one. That doesn't happen without Gerard Martin. I'm really starting to see him gain confidence, not just defending and doing that well, but to be a good center back, especially at this club. You have to be a good passer. You have to be calm on the ball. And he always had that trait in him, but I really do believe now he's really starting to showcase some maturity at the center back position. So, you know, all the pundits and everybody's going to be talking about the forwards, and deservingly so. But I just want to give my flowers to Gerard Martin because defensively, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, the goals we conceded, in my eyes, I'm not blaming him for any of those, in my opinion. And like I said, the fact that you had an assist to Marc Bernal's goal and you created our first goal in the second half, like that's the type of form, especially when Kobarsi is not having the greatest game ever. You're not dipping your performance because he's not playing well. You're still maintaining and elevating your game. So shout out to Gerard Martin, man, because playing against Champions League competition, a Premier League type of opponent, to look comfortable at the center back position, knowing that he used to be and primarily used to be a left back, this is very impressive from what we've seen from Gerard Martin. And long may it continue. And yeah, man. Couple substitutes came off the bench, but you know, no real major impact from our substitutes, if I'm being real. Ronald Araujo didn't really make a mistake. Probably could have blocked the second goal we conceded when Lamine Yamal gave the ball away. I would have liked for him to try to close down the cross, but he didn't. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to be hard on Ronald Araujo. We won 7-2. We advanced. We're good to go. So, yeah, man. If you made it this far into the video, comment down below what you thought about the game, man. How did you feel watching this game, man? So many goals, 9 goals, going back and forth. But like I said, man, comment down below what you thought about the game. If you made it this far into the video, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, man. And yeah, Barcelona are through, and we got Atletico Madrid next. Not gonna be easy, but I'm sure we'll be ready. So I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. So tune in. Two Toners out, man. Peace.